Losing to KC week 6, Buffalo has been clicking on all cylinders, winning 8 of 9 games. That only loss coming against the Cardinals in the famous Hail Murray game. However, the Chiefs are already locked into the top seed in the AFC, so the road to the Super Bowl still goes through Arrowhead Stadium. Shannon, what shot do you give the Bills to win the AFC?
They got a real shot because of that guy that's playing quarterback. Skip, he's phenomenal. That throw, Skip, the dash that he made where he faked like he was going right and he came back and he opened his hips and he threw that ball to Stephon Diggs. There are only a handful of quarterbacks that can throw that ball like that, and he's one of them. So he gives them an opportunity. Stephon Diggs can run every route on the route tree. He can take the top off the coverage. They got adequate enough complementary receivers. Knox at tight end, I forget 13's name. But, Skip, they got pieces. And the defense played well enough that if Mahomes is not on his best behavior, they could go into Kansas City and win. Yeah. Skip, this team is for real. They're going to be to deal with for the years to come because they built the right way. Sean McDermott says, I wanted to build this team through the draft, but I also wanted to get some guys that feel like they weren't given a fair shake at the other location. So they come in with a chip on their shoulder. Hint, hint, Stephon Diggs. Man, I was a number one. But playing in a run-based system, playing with a quarterback that's inconsistent, let me show you what I can do. Well, what can you do? I can lead the league in catching and receiving yards. That's what I could do my first year out.
Yep.
So, Skip, they can do it. Their defense is better than you think. Tre'Davious White is a Pro Bowler. Blown out of Tennessee, then 6 days later they lose to KC, and then they lost on the Hail Murray. So really and truly, you look at a team that should only have 2 losses on their resume.
Yep.
They got a chance. This is the team. And I understand Pittsburgh beat them, but if they were to play Pittsburgh, I would take them over Pittsburgh. I would take them over everybody in the AFC, with the exception of Kansas City.
Gabriel Davis is the third receiver, and he's pretty good.
He is. It's good. They got Isaiah McKenzie, they got Roberts, and Measley Beasley.
Whew.
So they got pieces.
And Devin Singletary and Zach Moss can run it adequately.
Yes.
I'm not saying they're world beaters.
They don't need to run the ball like the Ravens.
No. Okay, so they're almost certainly going to be the 2 seed.
Yes.
Because I think they'll beat Miami at home on Sunday.
You think they'll be over 2 seed
right?
over? Yes.
Yeah. So I would certainly give them a shot. What has happened is Stephon Diggs happened. That's what happened.
He's been phenomenal.
And so many people were down on Josh Allen, including me, because he was not accurate enough to be the guy you're talking about.
Right.
And all of a sudden, Stephon has made him more accurate because he trusts him with his soul. He'll throw it to Stephon under any circumstance, under duress, and Stephon will separate and catch it.
Yes.
And run with it.
J.C. Jackson should have left him alone. He broke the ball up and started.
And he said,
I'm going to get you.
Yeah.
Okay, you keep on talking.
Jackson, everybody said, was a big Pro Bowl snub. Last night he should have been snubbed, right? Okay, so my point is that they were up 16-0 in a wild card game at Texans last year at halftime.
Yep.
And they were up, actually they kept the lead till mid-third quarter.
Right.
And they were up 16-8 going to the fourth quarter. Well, they didn't have that guy playing receiver. They would have closed that game.
Yeah. And Allen wasn't playing to the level then. Skip, he's on a whole different level. Now you see why he made the Pro Bowl. Now you look like, hold on. He got that many touchdowns, that few interceptions, and Skip, he can run. Did you see him run that keeper line? For a man that's
4th and 1. No,
for a man his size,
he scored 8 touchdowns himself.
He can ball. He can wheel out on you.
He can wheel out, and I'm sensing that a new bandwagon is being built to be driven by Shannon Sharp, and it's going to be a bandwagon that you could drive it all the way to Kansas City, and then you're going to have a problem because you got 2 bandwagons colliding.
You know, my homeboy.
It sounds like you're driving the Josh by gosh bandwagon.
No, Skip, I just been telling you, watching him play. I think the thing is because Rodgers has been off the chart. Mahomes has been Mahomes. Tom Brady's doing what he's doing in the NFC. Russell. And I think some of this because up in Buffalo, I think it's gone unnoticed. But I think people got an opportunity to see. This is not an accident. He's pretty much been playing like this for the majority of the season. He's had a bad game. You know, that game against Tennessee, he was awful. They had Kansas City on the ropes, Skip. It took Mahomes coming back and getting a game-winning touchdown. So he had them on the ropes. But he's been phenomenal. Boy.
I just don't know if their defense is good enough to stop Mahomes at Mahomes. And again, Patrick at home has not been great. He wasn't great in the playoffs until he had to be great when they fell behind twice.
You got to hope he's off just a little, Skip, to give yourself some leeway. Now, you might get out to the big lead, but you can't take your foot off the gas. You got to keep going for it, because I felt that's what happened with the Texans. Skip, they got 24. You can't lose 24-0. The Texans, the Titans got up 10-0.
They did.
Skip, you can't 17-7. You can't let you give him life, and you in 30. Look at Miami. Miami was up 10-0. They go 30 straight.
So your favorite website, Pro Football Focus, ranks the Buffalo defense 22nd in their
I don't know
what
what the 22nd ranked deep, unless you can coax them into a couple of turnovers, get a couple of fumbles on special teams, and coax Mahomes into the turnover.
The one thing they got going for them right now is they are hotter than the Chiefs are.
Yes.
They're just hot, and they're having fun hot. You know, like it's contagious hot.
That's why I would play Mahomes the first half of this game.
Would you?
I would.
Okay.
Guys, well, we listened to Coach Belichick after the loss last night, but did he actually lose his cool just a bit too much? We will show you the surprising video after the break. The Washington football team officially released Dwayne Haskins yesterday. Haskins was already on thin ice with the franchise due to his off-the-field handling of the league's COVID policies. But then he threw 2 interceptions and lost a fumble before being benched for Taylor Heineke in Washington's potential division-clinching game on Sunday. For his part, Haskins tweeted this, that he vows to, quote, become a better man and player because of this experience. So, Shannon, what percentage of the blame is on Haskins for how things ended here?
Skip, they say that you can only do when people make fun, like, I'm going to give 110%, 120%, 1,000%. Well, considering that 100 is high as you can go, he's 100% of the blame for what happened to Dwayne Haskins. Skip, we talked about it earlier segment, production and tolerance. As long as production is high, tolerance will be high. And then they will tolerate you until they can replace you. Dwayne Haskins did not build up the field cachet. He wasn't playing like Patrick Mahomes. He wasn't playing like Deshaun Watson to go and get caught in a misgiving like that. And I get it, Skip. Oh, he went up. But you have to understand where we are in 2020, today's society. With what's going on, that in and of itself, plus you couple the fact, man, my head coach just did 8 weeks of chemo. Man, his immune system. Man, I can't put him in a situation like that. My teammates are counting on me. That's why they say football is the hardest sport to win a championship in, Skip, because one guy could blow the whole thing up.
Yep.
So he's 100% responsible. And then the reports are coming out, his study habits, his practice habits, I've seen it before. Every coach I've ever had, from Dan Reeves to Wade Phillips to Mike Shannon to Brian Billick, they all told us the same thing. Let us cut you. Don't you cut yourself. Skip, I was with a guy, Skip. They asked him, we be sitting in the meeting. Such and such, what you got on this play? Huh? Huh means he was asleep. Because Skip, they used to have, hey, Sharp, what you 84, what you got on this? What you got on this? I can just spit it up. I'm paying attention. I say, bro, now, if you don't stop this, they're going to cut you. Simple as that. Man, Sharp, they're not playing me. I need to be playing, man. You know. I said, bro, I'm telling you now, I've been at this a long time. I say, you not producing, all you doing is playing scout team, and you're sleeping in the meeting. I come over there one Tuesday, Skip.